Logo: Guide Dogs for the Blind. Training Department Overview. A view of GDB's California campus shown traveling from the opening gate through the landscape center of campus to the doorway of the kennel complex. A person walking with a guide dog opens the kennel door. They walk down the long hall.
Hi, my name is Kate Darty, and I am a Canine Welfare Training Technician.
Cleaning a kennel.
Canine Welfare Training Technicians are called CWTTs. That's just how we shorten it.
Preparing dog food.
We are part of the training department, but our role focuses more on dog care versus official dog training.
People interacting with dogs.
Many CWTs later go on to become instructors, but there are also many people who choose to make the CWTT role their career. A typical day for us is starting with prepare for work by stretching as a larger team. Then we go in and clean the kennel, feed all of the dogs, and administer any meds that they need.
People cleaning a kennel with hoses, squeegees, and shovels.
Throughout the day, we walk dogs, we let them have playtime together in groups,
Happy, smiling dogs at play. In the pool. Lots of wagging tails and smiling faces. Dogs exploring new toys.
We can also work with the non-training dogs that are assigned to us, teaching them behaviors and doing weekly health checks to make sure they're staying healthy.
Brushing a dog's teeth.
And then at the end of the day, we feed the dogs again,
Dinner time.
clean the kennel,
More cleaning.
administer any meds the dogs need.
A person giving a dog eye drops followed by a tasty treat.
and finally, we prepare for new dogs coming in.
The door to the receiving kennel opens, colorful welcome banners hang from the ceiling. Dogs in their kennel stalls.
We, as CWTs, use lots of food rewards to promote calm behavior in the kennels, like being quiet and not jumping or avoiding the collar or gentle leader.
People working with dogs on good behaviors.
We also use positive reinforcement when teaching our assigned dogs fun behaviors like shake, spin, bow, basic obedience, and even scent work.
Kate introducing scent work to a happy pooch.
In addition, we use positive reinforcement to make giving medications a more positive experience.
People giving a dog medication and a treat reward.
Over the weekends, we help give the dogs a little mental break from guide work by offering various enrichment activities. Some enrichment tools include Nylabones with or without peanut butter, frozen Kongs, puzzle bowls, ice cubes with kibble inside, dog roommates, indoor center section play with novel toys, community run, and tons of human interaction, which includes staff cuddling with dogs on tie-down. Then on Monday, the dogs are ready to start their formal guide work training again.
A person readies a guide dog harness for a dog in a kennel.
Hello, my name is Danielle Toyster, and I'm a senior guide dog mobility instructor.
Danielle with her German Shepherd mix pet dog.
The road to becoming a guide dog mobility instructor, or GDMI, begins with an apprenticeship that takes a little over 3 years to complete. The apprenticeship has a comprehensive academic program that includes subjects such as orientation and mobility, cane skills, intersection analysis, and causes of blindness. In the first year of the apprenticeship, apprentices are paired with a mentor, a qualified GDMI. Then gradually the apprentice gains more independence in dog and client training, while also completing various benchmarks and evaluations before becoming qualified.
An apprentice and mentor.
As GDMIs, we are given 4 dogs to work during a 12-week training cycle. Our training program focuses on maximizing positive reinforcement. We use food reward, verbal and physical praise, along with toy rewards to reinforce our dogs throughout training.
Dogs being rewarded.
Positive reinforcement training produces dogs that are not only confident in their job, but they are also happy, eager workers while learning and later in the field.
A person and guide dog walking down a sidewalk.
We later pass this positive reinforcement philosophy onto our clients. During the 12-week cycle, the instructors fine-tune the obedience behaviors that the dogs learned while in the puppy raiser home, and we teach them new concepts that make up formal guidework training.
Training on an up curb.
In order to teach our dogs everything they need to know in those 12 weeks, each dog gets 2 routes of guidework training per day. This means, as an instructor, we do a lot of walking, about 8 to 10 miles a day.
An instructor training a guide dog on a neighborhood street crossing. Giving lots of praise and food rewards.
Our dogs are what you call clicker-wise. We train them by using the clicker. This is a marking tool that clearly communicates with the dog the exact behavior that we want repeated in the future. Simply put, by clicking the dog, we are making an agreement with them that food reward will follow. And because our dogs love food, they want to continue offering the behavior that earned them that food reward, or as I like to call it, their paycheck.
Scenes of guide dog training.
Through this style of training, the dogs become active participants in the learning process and allows us to teach them positively how to target down curbs, up curbs, stairs, and other objects such as doors, elevators, escalators, chairs, and poles with an APS, or an accessible pedestrian signal.
On an escalator.
We can even use the clicker to teach more challenging concepts, such as intelligently disobeying a handler's miscues in order to keep the team safe.
Traffic training.
Our dogs work in a variety of environments. For instance, they work in the quieter areas like San Rafael, California, or Gresham, Oregon, to busier areas such as San Francisco, California, or Portland, Oregon.
Guide dog training in a variety of city scenes.
The dogs learn to stay focused amongst distractions while safely navigating around pedestrians and street furniture, while maintaining an accurate line to keep the team oriented. The dogs are even taught how to respond dynamically to traffic encounters.
More traffic training.
Toward the end of the 12-week training cycle, the dogs begin final testing. There are 5 tests. Final guidework,
An instructor under blindfold doing final guidework testing with a training supervisor.
final buildings,
An instructor and a guide dog on an escalator.
final traffic,
An instructor under blindfold doing final traffic testing on a city street with a training supervisor. They cross the street.
final obedience,
An instructor doing obedience exercises indoors with a guide dog.
and a sidewalkless assessment.
An instructor under blindfold walking with a guide dog on a neighborhood street where there are no sidewalks.
Once our dogs have demonstrated proficiency in all areas of guidework,
An instructor crossing the street with a guide dog.
then they can be deemed class ready and are matched with a client in class.
A person and their guide dog.
Hello, my name is Jessie St. Clair and I'm a senior guide dog mobility instructor.
Photos of guide dog class training.
Class client training is a customized experience in which individuals who are blind or visually impaired are matched with a fully trained guide dog. Class takes place over a 2-week period. However, the process begins prior to clients coming to campus with a selection of potential client-dog matches.
Photos of clients and dogs.
Instructional staff consider the applicant's travel environment,
People and guide dogs in urban and rural settings. On the bus. On a hiking trail. At an outdoor running track. On a rural road.
preferred walking pace,
A guide dog team walking along a beach. A person with a support cane walking with a guide dog.
and the level of management which is needed to keep a specific dog on track. Once matches are made, clients are called and slated for a designated class. Clients are flown in from all over the US and Canada to train on either our California or Oregon campus. Class size ranges from 6 to 8 clients.
Photos of guide dog
The
teams.
first week of class is geared towards the new team developing a connection while learning to work together safely and effectively. Instructors work one-on-one with clients to teach the basic fundamentals of guide work, instruct different control management techniques, and coach how to apply balanced reinforcement.
A guide dog team training with an instructor.
Clients will experience working in a controlled workshop setting using dog simulation tools such as Juno and Wheeler, as well as having ample opportunity for hands-on application. Instructors design a basic route for each individual client based on similarities to their home travel environment. This basic route is typically worked twice daily for the first week, allowing the newly established team an opportunity to learn their route, apply the basics, and problem solve independently. The role of the instructional staff is to keep training teams safe and to offer guidance on how a client can best communicate and work effectively with their new guide.
Crossing a street in the rain.
The second week of class is where the teams experience more complex guide work techniques, such as escalator training,
On an escalator.
city travel,
A team in San Francisco. A guide dog watching a train.
working in areas without sidewalks,
On a neighborhood street.
night travel,
A guide dog team crossing a street at night.
and traffic encounters, where clients experience how their guides may respond in the presence of a vehicle. At the end of the 2 weeks, if all is progressing well, teams graduate and return home to continue their working partnership.
Photos of guide dog teams.
Once a team graduates and returns home, instructional staff, along with client services, provide support to the team for the duration of their working career. This can take place either over the phone or in the graduate's home area. Team support can include assistance, problem-solving guide work or house behavior
An
challenges,
instructor working with a client.
strategizing how to best navigate weight management, providing assistance with learning new routes,
An instructor strategizing with a client.
conducting home interviews for new or returning applicants,
A team at home.
and transporting dogs. It is inevitable that challenges will occur throughout the team's time together.
Navigating a blocked sidewalk.
The instructional staff is there to assess, problem solve, and give advice.
Photo of a guide dog team with their instructor.
Thank you for taking the time to learn about the training department and what we do here at Guide Dogs for the Blind.
A smiling golden retriever guide dog. An instructor hugging a black lab guide dog. Fade to black.